Tony Gilroy, creator of Andor's, been out there talking a lot as, Andor's in the discussion, people talking about it, whether they love it, whether they hate it, whether it was worth the money. One thing is clear, obviously, it was not worth the money that they pumped into it, $650 million, which is insane. But in the process, Tony Gilroy talked a little bit about the money they spent and what Disney feels about streaming at this point in time. And I want to read the quote. I mean, for Disney, this is $650 million for 24 episodes, and I never took a note. We said, fuck the Empire in the first season. They said, can you please not do that? In season 2, they said, streaming is dead. We don't have the money we had before. So we fought hard about money, but they never cleaned anything up. That freedom comes with responsibilities. A lot of people obviously focusing on Tony Gilroy saying that Disney feels that streaming is dead and we don't have the money that we had anymore. Streaming is dead specifically for Disney Plus when it comes to anything original on there. They have lost billions and billions. They've admitted to losing $4 billion on Disney Plus. It's likely more than that. And all the original shows they put out don't seem to move the needle enough to justify the amount of money they're spending on it, which is kind of noted when you look at a big report that came out. Daredevil bombs hard. Nielsen Top 100 exposes Marvel's big flop.
Look at Daredevil.
Is that what you see when you? Is that what you think when you see him?
Yeah.
Vanessa, you embarrassed me in front of Vanessa. But the reason this is interesting is because there's a big list that just came out. So when it comes to ratings, Nielsen, the 35-day numbers, so basically 35 days across all different platforms after something comes out, what's the viewership at? How many viewers are tuning in to specific shows? This goes for broadcast television, cable television, streaming, everything. Now, they're doing it for the 2024-2025 season, which, if you remember back in the day when we used to all watch broadcast television, things would have seasons when they came out with new episodes. And that was typically from the fall through the spring. That's when this is. Middle of September to the very beginning of April is when this list goes over. So some things won't be in there. Like say Andor came out after this list ended. So that won't be on these lists. But we do have a lot of things. See, the most viewed shows of the year. Take a look at this, Jay.
Bluey is my number one pick. I think Bluey would be it. Oh, no. Oh, for Disney Plus, I think it would be Bluey.
This is talking about total viewers, not necessarily the accumulated watch time of specific thing. Total viewers for these shows. Squid Game obviously led the way big time. 27.1 million people tuning in. That's a lot. Adolescence, also on Netflix, 19. Tracker for CBS broadcast, 17.4. Reacher on Prime Video, the 4th most watched show of the year.
Wow.
It's 17.3 million. A lot of people tuning into Reacher. Then you have a variety of other shit. A lot of broadcast stuff. Landman makes the top 7 despite Paramount Plus not having a lot of subscribers. Paramount Plus actually very well represented, 1923 in the top 20. Even Mobland, which only had like 3 episodes out by the time this list accounts for, had 11 million people watching. The problem is, though, we're talking about Disney. And the first time Disney appears is Agatha All Along as the 45th most watched show.
I can't believe how popular that show is, man. Yeah, I can't believe how popular that show was.
The thing is, it's really not like
it's not, but yeah,
Disney Plus cracks the top 50.
Yeah.
Agatha All Along. But the more stunning thing is where Daredevil Born Again is at.
Yeah,
92nd. It barely cracks the top 100 most watched shows. Daredevil returning after 3 seasons of, a beloved character on Netflix, which was on streaming, all of this shit. And Daredevil Born Again barely cracks into the top 100 shows that came out during that period. That is fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, I think She-Hulk had a lot to do with damaging that. They also damaged the Marvel brand. But also, I honestly don't see that the audience that they were aiming for subscribing to Disney Plus. Still, I still believe a lot of people that would get Disney Plus are getting it just for like their children to watch something like during the day, like to watch the Disney movies, to watch Bluey, to watch like those other things. Like a Daredevil show on there just doesn't seem like it fit. And I would be curious to see if they had dropped even the Star Wars shows like on Hulu instead, if it would be different, if the ratings would be higher. But it's sad that how bad that Daredevil is, because they did say that they were trying to go back to their Netflix roots and stuff, but apparently not. And I'm so glad I didn't even bother, being on the Black Pearl to even watch that show, because from what I knew, they were going to nerf the Punisher. And then they got a Punisher movie coming out on Disney Plus. I just don't think that audience is on that streaming service. That's what I think.
All the original shit they put out absolutely bombs.
Yeah.
Star Wars Skeleton Crew does make an appearance a little bit above Daredevil Born Again. Neither of these shows charted in the top 10 at any point in time. But it really shows you what a bad state Disney Plus as a streaming service is actually in. Because the people that are subscribed, all the millions and millions of dollars, the hundreds of millions of dollars that they have spent on Marvel and Star Wars shows and stuff like that, it doesn't turn the needle. The only thing people watch, they turn it on for their fucking kids, basically. They turn on Moana.
Right.
Like they turn on Coco. They turn on all this shit. Nothing of the original things that they make specifically for it, none of them turn the needle. And in large part, it's because none of it's actually fucking good. Paramount Plus is showing, even if you have a small subscriber base, because Paramount Plus significantly fewer subscribers than Disney Plus or Netflix or any of these big ones, yet they consistently generate things that are way in the top, that way overperform their subscriber base because they're putting out good shows.
Yeah. Yeah. I eventually, man, we might see just Disney Plus just going to just keeping their old cartoon archives up on there, They have done everything in their power to get people to subscribe. Remember, they were offering it for like $1.99. If you have Verizon, you got it free for a year. All kinds of stuff that if you get Disney Plus, you get a discount staying at the Disney hotels, at their theme parks, and discounted tickets. They've done everything in their power to try to make that streaming service a thing. And yet everything except putting good original content on there. Maybe if they went that route, maybe it'd be a different story, but don't trust them, man. Can't trust them with these characters or anything. They just wreck them. So it's still weird to see Agatha up so high. I
mean, compared to Daredevil, I suppose. Like
compared to Daredevil.
We're talking about Marvel shows. We're talking about Star Wars shows, massive fucking IPs that are getting crushed.
Yeah.
By things with far lower budgets.
They've killed their brand, man. They've killed it. So it's like, what do they expect?
Like, I thought that, like, personally, I thought Daredevil could be a fucking, like, the worst thing that's ever come out.
Right.
And it still would have beaten Agatha. Like, that's the way I felt going into it. Because of the recognition. But it was not good at all.